Hey everybody, this is Leon, the host of Four Wheel Frenzy podcast, and today I have the Podium guys from the Decker ATV race. We've got Brandon Hoag, Bryce Ford, and Joel Hetrick. Let's start. Brandon, you got the mic. Tell me about your day. How was everything today at Deckers?
Yeah, well, the track was awesome. First off, it's a lot different than I was here last year, so everything was a little faster and yeah, but I mean it shaped up really well. Um, didn't do too well in qualifying, and to be honest, felt horrible also. So I knew I had some work to do in motos. But yeah, I just had pretty decent starts. Was really a fourth place guy all day, and then going into the third round, it was a battle between me, Chad, and Zach for third overall, I think. So I told myself I'd rather die than at least not try to pass for third overall. And then yeah, I was in the position too, and Chad and I were going at it. It was really fun race. Yeah, we were both just pushing and over jumping things just to try to edge one out, and yeah, ended up third overall. There's $6,000 for this, so yeah, it's safe to say I'm rich after this race.
Right on. What did you think of the track today? It's little different than what we're used to. Pretty long, pretty fast.
Yeah, just super fast. Like I like the layout, of course. It's just yeah, it's really fast. So
Yeah.
we're hitting everything, dragging front and rear brakes, things. Which yeah, it's good. Like kind of what we have to do. Yeah, and there were a lot of option lines and stuff. And yeah, I thought they did a really good job.
Awesome. How about you, Bryce? You tell me about your day, how everything went today.
Yeah, my day started pretty good. Sort of like Brandon said, I haven't ridden in much summer, but they changed the track up. First qualifier, I looked over about halfway through, and everybody else was putting in hot laps. I didn't even know what line to take or what jump was what. But yeah, we kind of learned quick. I set a fast lap. I looked over, I'm 2 seconds slower than Joel, which isn't ideal, but at least we got second in that. And in the second one, we got pretty rougher than the first one, so it slowed down a little bit. So we couldn't put in a better lap than our first one, so we kind of had to deal with the 2 second slower lap time than Joel. But yeah, just really focused on the starts today, the Triple Crown. I know it's kind of important to get a good start. The start was long, fast. Wasn't ideal. I was a little scared on every start, but yeah, all in all, the track was super good. It's super cool. Like regardless of the racing, regardless of our series, it's cool to see the Decker family doing this, putting up a lot of money. Everybody who helped me. Yeah, I went 2-2-2 in the motos. Kind of got some good starts in the first two. And the last one, I was fourth or fifth, which isn't ideal. But we put our head down, dug deep, past Chad, which was good for me. Kind of been a mental roadblock my whole career, letting him beat me. And he took a year off, and I made positive steps in the right direction and kind of got over that mental curve. And yeah, it was good for me. Definitely a good day. Like Brandon said, I think I'm rich now. I won 7 grand, so that's cool. But yeah, all in all, really fun. First ever Triple Crown. Looking forward to more of those.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Joel, how was your day?
Man, it was obviously really good, pulling all three starts and leading every lap today. Obviously, whatever rider wants to do when they go to a triple crown, especially. Just being that it's such a shorter race than we're used to. I knew that all the riders would be very fast, and it'd be hard to catch back up if you did have a bad start. So made sure I executed the starts great, and obviously I've had quite a bit of laps on this track. Definitely had an advantage today. But regardless of the advantage, I felt really good. My machine was working great. Coming from Daytona, um, just was dialed in the whole time, and I just was super pumped to have the first Triple Crown at Deckers. Obviously, like I said, I do train here, so it was, for me, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do pretty good here. I gotta just, ride smart. I blew a berm in Moto One, and I think that was probably the only mistake I made all day. I tried to make one line change, and boom, there I go over the berm. So I stuck to my main lines, and then just kind of paced the race after that. But these guys are no slouch. If that's what people want to think, sometimes it's These guys are on another level, and I feel like I am too. And sometimes people think that like these guys aren't what the competition used to be. These guys are cream of the crop, and we're just all at another level right now. I mean, we're like Bryce said, he's battling with Chad, he passed Chad, Brandon's beating Chad. Like the guys, we're all just getting better, and there should be nothing taken away from any of these guys. I feel like we're elevating the sport as a whole. These young guys are making me go faster, and I'm not getting any younger. So props to everyone. Props to the Decker crew for holding this event, and props to my team, Phoenix Racing Yamaha, for providing such an awesome machine and an awesome crew with us. Jim Hardy and Gary got me locked in all the time, and I really couldn't do it without the whole crew and the Phoenix Racing Yamaha team. Thanks for looking.
Awesome, awesome. And just to turn the page a little bit here, this was our first Triple Crown, and we have obviously our standard championship, and we also have a small Triple Crown championship inside of it. So with this being our first Triple Crown race, how do you feel it went? Is there anything that you would change for the upcoming events?
I thought the structure was really good. They're being a little lenient with the getting to the gate for giving us a little bit more time for our machines. The moto lengths felt really good. I mean, it was short enough that if you do have a bad start, it's going to be tricky to get to the front. And then it's short enough for the guys that maybe don't get to train all winter long, giving them an opportunity to shine a little bit brighter. But yeah, I think going into the next Triple Crown, I really don't know what I would tell them to change because it seems like it was really good and ran well. But other than that, yeah, I think it was just a good time.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Bryce? Is there anything, what do you think of the Triple Crown layout? Anything that you would change?
Yeah, no. Going into this weekend, I said it would be cool, to see a Triple Crown because you're getting shorter motos. You're getting guys that come from Pro-Am that are really good guys. They're good for 15 minutes, and then they start to get a little tired in the Pro moto. So I think it's a really good format. Like Joel said, I think everything's good. The start practice was there, 2 qualifiers. 3 motos was really cool. It kind of makes it mentally tough. You got to log in for another moto when you think your day's over. Usually it's tough, but I think going into these other tracks, these Triple Crowns, I don't know which ones they're even at. I don't even know our schedule this year.
Sunset and Briarcliff.
Yeah.
Sunset and Briarcliff, I think it could bring really good racing action. Like we all know, these guys had a little bit of an advantage with the Triple Crown. They knew the track, which we saw in the first qualifier. I think it helped a little bit. So it'll be cool to see like Sunset, a lot of double lines, slower track. I think it'll bring a really good racing environment for all of us, and I think there will be a good chance that we could maybe see some better racing.
Absolutely. And Brandon, how about yourself? What do you think about the Triple Crown format?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's best. I mean, I think we had closer racing today. Like, if you look at P3 through like 10, even further, we had really close battles the whole time. And I think other tracks, like if we did that, it's going to be like that. Maybe even for the top spot too. So, like, I see no negative in it whatsoever. I thought today was like the funnest racing I've done in a long time. And like it's not like it's too short by any means. We're still all out, right? So,
Right.
I think it's seriously a win-win scenario. I think all of us pro guys probably really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I know for me, yeah, it was like the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like it was very fun to watch for the spectators as well because you had everybody doing more of a sprint race compared to saving yourself for a longer moto. But yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to Etchiconee in Georgia next. How are we feeling about that track? Is there anything that you look forward to it? Dreading this track?
No, I think it's probably like the best track on the circuit, maybe for racing. It's legit. I struggle there, so for sure going into that, I'm trying to do better than last year. When it got rough for me, I stuck to the same line the whole day, and that's just not how you need to ride a track like that.
Right.
Like all day, if someone's taking it inside or something and it just gets beat up, you probably got to move. So, like Etchiconee is a great track for racing, and yeah, I mean it'll be brutal for sure.
All right. Bryce, what are your thoughts on Etchiconee?
Yeah, I think Etchiconee is a great track. We just went back there last year for our first time in a minute. The only thing I don't like is the concrete start. It's kind of hard to be consistent, and my starts are all over the place for some reason right now. But overall, the track, the racing is super good. 2 lines, I think, and they, like Brandon said, one develops and then it switches. And yeah, there's some good action. I started 8th there last year and probably 10th in the second one and went all the way up to second. But yeah, I think it's a really good track. I'm always excited to go there. Matt Walker's pretty excited to always have us, he seems like. So yeah, it's a track I look forward to going to. And after this Triple Crown momentum I've kind of had at the start of this year, yeah, I'm pumped to just honestly race every race I can until we get slapped in the face. I have a bad overall day, but we're not looking forward to that. We're just gonna keep hoping it's a good day and go from there.
Awesome. Joel, Edge County thoughts?
Yeah, Etriconi's, I mean, it's one of them legendary tracks that you go to and you know you're in for a treat every time you go. I remember racing there probably in early 2000s on a 70 mod, and I'm just like going through these mounds of it's just rough as can be. Um, at one point you can't even see me because I'm in a, a gully. It's just so gnarly. So when we go there, it really separates a lot. You can have a bad start and you can make your way up, like Bryce said. It's obviously not what we want to do, but it's one of them tracks where you can make up a lot of ground from changing your lines, trying to find the best lines, maneuvering the track properly, having a great setup. And yeah, Matt just does a great job out there. Track prep's really key, and he nails that for us. I mean, it was very rough last year. He said it could have been rougher. I don't know how much rougher we could have really handled, but yeah, I'm always amped to go there. It's in my years prior, maybe on the TRX days, like I would hate that track, but my Phoenix Racing Yamaha on that track now is just like I feel at home. It's similar to Deckers. Deckers is not as rough, but I feel like we have a really good setting for there, and I'm happy to go there and basically just suffer for 225 motors.
Awesome. Awesome. Joel, I know you already kind of thanked a lot of people. Is there anyone else that you want to plug before we go?
No, I mean, all in all, I think I've mentioned a lot of my sponsors, but just from me personally, wanted to thank the DTF crew here at the Decker Training Facility, like everyone here involved. Huge effort, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Like it all went smoothly. Everything seemed to be pretty good for holding their first national event. Props to them. Props to my team, like I said, Phoenix Racing Yamaha, my mechanic Gary and Jim. Those guys just putting in the work that provides me to go out there and do what I can do. So without those guys, I'd be hurting. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Bryce, who do you want to plug?
I want to plug the Decker family, the Decker crew, every single person who was involved with this event, every single sponsor, flaggers. It was really awesome to see like just the energy here today. It was great. Just coming to a new venue. They're putting up a lot of money, putting in a lot of effort. Like that's what our sport needs. And this is stuff I got to see when I was 10 years old, watching Joel, race back in the day in pro class. And they had different machines out there, but just they were on a different track, putting up a lot of money. And just the Triple Crown today was awesome. So yeah, just shout out to all those people that made that happen. I'm not going to get emotional this time. But yeah, just everybody, my family, Mark, JB. It's tough to race, 3 days later. Usually I call Mark the week after the race and I'm getting new engine, I'm getting, new A-arms because Mark's just a freak about everything, new bearings. I'm racing a whole new bike every race. But yeah, kind of today I was a little nervous about racing it 3 times pretty hard, pretty wide open. But yeah, all in all, my bike's been solid. I think we made great progress. Shout out to Jay. We're making steps in the right direction. We're still getting our butt whooped, but we got to stay positive about it. Hopefully we're getting closer. Yeah.
Welcome, Brandon.
Luke and Emily Nixon with Westland Motorsports. Yeah, my girlfriend Ava. Gold Speed Tires. Tires are hooking up great. Wayne with PEP. Chris Williams, JH. Yeah, Vinny Mofford, the Deckers, of course. Almost forgot the Deckers when we're here. I mean, what they did for us, like they said, it's goes so far for us. So I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, Jeremy Launderville, there's Shrellies, Kirkland Jack, and yeah, just I got a good group, so thank you.
Awesome, awesome. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the Decker family for opening this facility up for us. And also a huge shout out for all the mechanics that are going to have to service these bikes after 2 sand races and not having much time in between. But that's going to be our show, guys. I appreciate you guys coming on. And, obviously we're round 2 in. There's plenty more racing to go. We hope I keep seeing you guys. Hopefully, I also keep seeing some new faces as well. But be sure to tune into Four Wheel Frenzy. Obviously, we got the YouTube going, we got Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Absolutely, please do that. And if, like I said in the last one, if you've got questions that you want me to ask, comment, and I will make sure to get them in. So thank you again, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.